unable to talk today. But here I am, showing my face anyway. My daughter is in the background, so if you hear her giggling or you hear giggling, it's coming from her. She's wearing a really cool purple t-shirt with white writing that says, "Be a unicorn in a field of horses." Is that not a great message?
Can I show it?
You want to show it?
Yes.
Come on down. Let's see if we can get it in the video. She wants to show her t-shirt. I hope that's okay. Careful where you step. You don't want the charging cord to get yanked out of my phone.
Or the tablet.
All right, can you turn around? All right, step back. There we go. I know the light is a bit...
You want me to shut the camera?
There we go. Be a unicorn in a field of horses. I also got this t-shirt on Etsy.
It's purple.
So, yeah, we're both wearing our unicorn t-shirts today. And I'll try and link them both in the description box below. All right, sweetie. Now, on to the reason for this video. I got two things that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about some Ogo yarn. Yes, I've already talked about it before, but I got something new to say. Also, did you know that Boye has come out with ergonomic resin crochet hooks? Is this new or is this just new to me? I think it's something new. So I got the J 5.75 millimeter, the G 4.25, and the H 5.0. So these are all the Boye hooks that I got. Yes, it does seem as though they are imitations of Furl's hooks. They are a bit shorter though, and they do have that shape that kind of keeps you from clamping down too hard when you crochet, especially if you're like a knife crocheter. If you crochet like this, maybe not so bad, but when you're I know, like as a knife crocheter, like crocheting like this is how I hold my hook, and sometimes I get cramps in my hand just from squeezing down, having to clamp down so much just to hold the tiny little hook. And yet, Boye are my favorite hooks so far, and Furl. Although I do wish Furl wasn't so expensive. So Furl's hooks is something I have to treat myself to, special occasions, what have you. These you can buy every day. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Karen Ogo yarn. Now, when I first got this at Joann's, it was $7.99. They only had the bulky 5 yarn. So this is an example of the bulky 5 yarn. This is the color Baja. That one, and the purple one was my favorite colors out of all of them. And it's 100% acrylic, 228 yards. And that's for the bulky 5, okay? Well, I just went on Mary Maxim and ordered some Ogo yarn that I actually thought was the 5 weights. And I had forgotten the actual name of this. So I was thinking when I bought this other one that they were the same. But they are not. And I was surprised when I got my Mary Maxim package today. Nothing to do with Mary Maxim. I just didn't read well enough. So it is the Ogo, okay, but it is the 4 weight Ogo. And it is also 100% acrylic, 236 yards. Now, I was disappointed, not because some people think that this is a gimmick. I think the packaging is a gimmick, but I think the idea that it's a no tangle yarn is a magnificent idea. It is fabulous because we all get those tangles and we all want to pull our hair out sometimes when they do not want to come out. But the thing that disappointed me the most was the fact that you have a 5-weight and a 4-weight, and they are almost the same yardage, okay? So the 5, like I said, is 228, and the 4 is 236. So there's only a 6-yard difference between the 5-weight and the 4-weight. So most of the time you buy like loops and threads and a 5-weight yarn, you're going to get about 109 yards, okay? But 4-weights usually come with far more yardage than a 5-weight yarn. So I was a bit disappointed that the 5-weight and the 4-weight were only a 6-yard difference. Now, with the 5-weight, I could do a bigger project and use less yarn. Because with a 5-weight, it's just bigger stitches and bigger everything. So you can use less of a 5-weight to make the same size project than you would a 4-weight. But here's the thing. Because the 4-weight has almost the exact same yardage as the 5-weight, I'm going to have to buy a lot more of these, a lot more than I normally would to make the same project. And that would be normal, that you would have to buy maybe a couple more of these. But it's just going to require that I purchase so much more of these. You know what I'm saying? So I'm disappointed. I feel like the 4-weight should have a lot more yardage, like maybe double the amount of yardage than a 5-weight yarn. Okay, so when you buy the Ogo, just, you know, because you love the colors, this one is in the colorway Peacock, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. But the best value, I would say, with the Ogo yarn, between these two would be the 5-weight. Okay? Because you get more yardage and you can do a project using less yarn. This one, okay, if I were to compare it to the Karen cakes, this has far less yardage. If you want to get your money's worth, I would say skip this and go get Karen cakes. Get your 20% off coupon at Michael's, or if they have them on clearance, stock up on your Karen cakes, and just get a Karen cake, because you may not find this identical color in Karen cakes, but you'll find something very similar. I'm sure of it. So disappointed, pretty happy. Now on to the hooks. So I got these hooks and I was really excited. I had, what was it, a 20% off coupon. So when I got these at Joann's, they sell them at Joann's, I got the 20% off discount. Now I think they normally go for $9.99 or $10.99 a hook. Okay. I got mine for like $7.99 and one of them was $8.99, although I don't remember which one. They are an Ergonomic Resin crochet hook. And that's about all it says. This is the packaging that it came in. So you're like typical Boye packaging. Okay. Now, I was really excited to try these because I do like the furls hook. And I really wanted to go on and make a video and say, for those who can't afford the furls, get these, because these are just as good. So let me stop right now. we are going to do a little review. So give me a second to turn my camera around and I'll show you how these work. Okay, so I got my camera flipped around. Sorry for the magic marker ink stain. So this one that I'm going to test first is the 5.5 H hook. Okay, and it's black and glittery, and you know, it's really pretty. It's honestly very pretty. Okay, so we are going to try to work with this. So I'm going to pull up some chains. Okay. Now, the heads of the Boye hook are supposed to be in similar shape, and I did compare them, and I'm sorry I didn't bring over a furls or the regular Boye hooks, okay? But the head shape is quite similar to the Boye hook, but this, it has just that extra little point on the tip. The regular metal Boye hooks have a more rounded tip, okay? So let's see how this works up, okay? So as you can see, unless you hold your crochet hook completely up and down, like really just pull it up and down straight through the hook, it does have a little bit of a snag. So let's go ahead and try and crochet with it. It does have a little bit of stop to it, if that makes sense. Not really snagging. Okay, but a little bit. So maybe it's just because it's a new fresh hook. And it needs to be broken in. I don't know. But if I want to crochet quickly with this, it does catch. It does catch unless you hold it a very specific way. Okay. See, I'm not having much trouble with it now, but I am holding it like this, like really just straight up and down. Sometimes when you pull yarn through, some people kind of, their crochet hook is kind of to the side, and that may be the thing that really causes issues when pulling your yarn through. Okay, so I'll do one more row using this H hook. Now you really have to hold it straight up and down, I think, in order for it to really work out. And pull out some more yarn. Because me, I like to crochet fast. Okay, some people, they're like, yeah, let's just take it slow for the, you know, zen feeling of the relaxation. But as you can see, it kind of catches on that. And that'll slow anyone down, I think. So and see how it catches like that? That can become very irritating. Okay, so let's check out this G hook. This is a G hook. It's very pretty, as you can see. This is what the head looks like. And let's see how this works up. Okay, so it kind of has that catch too. It's not something that just glides real smoothly when you go to put the yarn in. And it's not any other part of this hook here. It is totally the head. Oh, okay. See how it's just, I didn't do such a good job with that last stitch. See how it just kind of catches? Okay. I'm already done with that one. I can't do it. Okay. Now let's try this J hook, okay? Pull out more yarn. Okay, so this is, by the way, the J 5.75 millimeter. It does have a similar head. All the heads just seem to be the same. It does have that sharp point to it. So let's see how that works out. And it also has that little catch on the end. And you know what I think it is? I think this one seems to be a little better, maybe just because it's a bigger hook. But if you enjoy crocheting fast, these are not going to be the hooks for you. And this kind of catches too. These hooks, okay, if I use my furls hook, I can crochet in any direction and it would not matter, you know. If I'm someone who likes to hold my hook off to the side a tad bit when I pull my yarn through, or whether I use the hook straight up and down, does not matter. It should not matter. Like my Boye hooks, it does not matter which direction I hold that hook in. It still crochets very nicely and smoothly. The regular metal Boye hooks, I have no issues with them, okay? These ones, I love the concept, okay? Don't get me wrong. The J hook is a little easier to work with, but it does have that catching moment now and then. So I think what Boye needs to do is just kind of round this little tip off just a little bit more, okay? And they will have an awesome hook. The handle's great. It's comfortable in my hands. It is comfortable in my hands, okay? I like the shape of it. I like the ergonomic design. I like that it is resin and that the yarn glides smoothly up and down on the neck. The only issue, a very important issue, is the very point, the very tip of this hook. If they can smooth that off and round it off a little bit, like they do with their aluminum hooks, these would be awesome. They would be a definite substitute for the furls hook. Now keep in mind, this is just my opinion. This is me just reviewing it and expressing my opinion and showing you how I work it. Now, if they can improve that tip, these would be great hooks. I'm telling you, they would be great hooks. Okay. Now, when I use the, oh, what is it called? There's another hook that I use, the Susan Bates, okay, the inline hooks. I have this, when I crochet, I have the same issue with inline hooks. And not only do they catch, but my yarn just wants to bounce off that hook when I use it. And it's very frustrating. Me personally, okay, my personal opinion, I prefer the Boye hooks. I am not an inline hook person, okay? And I don't know if it's just the way I hold my hook or how I crochet, but you know, that's why there's so many different kinds of hooks. There's a hook for everybody out there. So you could give these a try and tell me what you think. Me personally, unless they improve the hook, the hook part, just that very tip. Unless they improve that, I will not buy these again. But if you like inline hooks, these might work for you. Anyway, they're very pretty. They're very pretty. I really like this one. Just that glitter. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, that is my little review, my opinion on these hooks and that Ogo yarn. I am done. You guys, stay safe, take care, do random acts of kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!